Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles. With a knowledgeable sales staff and amazing service departments, you'll drive away satisfied. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Jeff Blankman joined here today by the Kuemper boys 4x800. We're at the Carroll Co-Ed, and the boys just set a PR this year as they continue to run outstanding. We're going to start with Tregan Beiter, who started things off. Tregan, how'd you feel early here today?
You know, I thought the weather was going to be a little bit worse than what it was, but once you got out there and running, I thought it was perfect. I stayed warm the whole time and stuff like that.
Did you notice the wind out there at all?
No, I didn't. I thought it'd be worse on like the back curve, but I didn't notice a thing the whole time.
This seemed like a really quick pace. How did it feel for you?
You know, it felt good. I was hoping for like a second or two faster, but I just tried to like stay in the race with like the top guys because I know I have three great runners behind me, so I just kind of stay in it so then they can do what they can do.
Take me through that first lap.
First lap, I got out really slow. I wanted a better start, but they got out quick. But I stayed with the LC guy in front of me, and he had a good pace. And then towards the second lap, I just got a good kick to get back up with the other guys.
How'd you handle the second lap then? Did you kick the whole time, or did you save a little?
No, I was relaxed pretty much the whole time. That was kind of my goal, just to stay relaxed the whole race, and then just get a really good kick at the end. And I did that. Last like 150 meters, that's when I really turned it on.
You guys set a PR. What's that feel like right now?
It feels great. We know that we're capable of doing this, and we hope to just keep getting better each meet.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
Yep, thank you, Jeff.
You bet. Moving over now to Koby Lampman, who ran the second leg of the anchor here today. How did you feel out here today?
Oh, well, obviously the weather's kind of a factor, but it really kind of cooled off here in the last, or warmed up a little bit, I should say, in the last like half hour here, so it wasn't too bad out there.
You mentioned the weather was a factor. What kind of a factor was it for you?
Well, it was just a little chilly right away, so it's keeping layers on before the race, and then, yeah, just staying warm.
How'd you feel after the handoff from Tregan? Did you feel like you got out well?
No, not really. Our handoff was a little iffy. There was a lot of people kind of in that area, so I kind of got ran up on a little bit, but it's all right.
How'd you adjust off of that?
Well, the Atlanta kid was right next to me, so I just tried to stay right behind him and keep that pace, but he kind of pulled away a little bit in the first lap. So
how was that pace today?
It was a little faster than I'm used to, but I don't know, my body was just kind of hurting a little bit today, so that's all right.
How'd you fight through that second lap then? If the body's hurting, sometimes that second lap can be rough.
Yeah, just like Tregan said, trying to stay relaxed and keep the pace and then finish well at the end. So,
what's a PR at this point of the season mean for this group of guys?
It just means we're keeping improving, and we got to keep this going.
Tell you what, great job out here. Go get warm. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You, Matt. Let's move over now to TrevorRial, who ran the third leg here today. How did you feel right off of the start?
Yeah, I mean, I felt pretty good. Koby gave me a good handoff. It was a little crowded, but we got space, got in the third lane there. And then the start, I was really just trying to stay behind the Atlantic and LC kids because they always have good track teams, so I know they'll pace me really well. So that was my goal during my lap.
I've seen you run quite a few of the 8s this year. You really like to stride out. Did the traffic at the beginning affect that, or did you feel like you were able to stride the way you like to?
It didn't really affect it, no. I had enough space where I could get my steps right and everything. Really towards the end, that second lap is when I was right behind the LC kid. Atlantic kid started to pass me. That's got a little crowded there, but nothing too bad that messed up my steps. And I was able to finish how I wanted to. So
take me through the close of that race then on the second lap.
So the first lap I did pass the Atlantic kid, and I was right trying to stay behind the LC kid the whole time. And then back stretch of the second lap, the Atlantic kid was passing me back, so I knew I had to keep strong, couldn't die out. And then they gave a little bit of separation, about 150 meters left, and then I always turned on at the end like I usually do. I caught up right next to him when I gave it up to Jacob, so I was happy with my finish.
What allows you to have that great kick there, that last 150, do you think?
Oh, I mean, maybe I could go faster the first lap. I don't really know, but I just always know just like in my head, I got to finish hard for my team. I can't quit, and I always give it my all at the end.
Well, I tell you what, you always do. We appreciate that. We appreciate you joining us. Best luck the rest of the way.
Yep, thank you.
You bet. We'll move over to Jacob Greving, who ran the anchor leg here today. How did you feel? And Trevor said, you know, he got you the handoff. It sounded like pretty good handoff between you two.
Yep, I felt pretty good. I mostly just try to beat these two kids ahead of me, Lewis Central and Atlantic, and yeah, just stay with them. First lap, we went out pretty hard. I was behind both of them. I made a move about 150 in, so I was in between them. So the one was blocking the wind, the other was right behind me. So I just followed on the first lap, and then second lap, I didn't really go for a time. I just tried to beat those kids because the other two teams were way ahead, and I knew I wasn't gonna get a great time since it's pretty windy and it's not the best weather right now. It's kind of cold.
How'd the wind impact you?
Some of them back stretches were pretty bad, so it didn't really affect me a lot because I was behind that kid most of the time. But like 200 left, I passed both of them, and I brought home third for us. So
take us through that sprint then, to the finish.
Yeah. So I was in between them, and 200 to go. We're still in a pack, so I made a move against the Lewis Central kid, passed him, and I didn't really have any. They didn't really fight back at all the last 100, so I just gave it a sprint, just brought it home.
How good can this group of 4 guys be?
I think we can be pretty good this year. I think we can drop some more time, a nicer day, and I think we drop easily 5 seconds yet.
Well, I tell you what, great job all season long. I saw you running a lot during the off season, so it's working out for you. Appreciate you joining us here today. Best of luck coming up.
Thank you.